today we are I am going to show you how to use the loops, especially while loop and for loop and waveform chart. Okay. So for the purpose, I am going to display the random number in waveform chart. Okay. So here we need a waveform chart in front panel. So click right button, press this double arrow, go to classic, go to this graph palette. Here you can see waveform chart. So select this one. Now place here. Okay. So waveform chart is placed here. So you can see the corresponding icon here. Now we need a random number. So that one is a function. So go to block diagram, click right button, click this double arrow, go to programming, then go to this number. So please note, go to this numeric. So here you can see the random number. So select this one, place here. Okay. So I am going to, so for example, if we are not using this continuous run, if you are using single run, then by using this single run, if you want to continuously execute this random number, if you want to continuously display this random number in waveform chart, we need a while loop. So I am going to select a while loop here. So select right button, click this double arrow, this small double arrow, go to programming. So here you can see structures. So in structures, here you have while loop. So move here, press the left button continuously. Now move the mouse. Please note, don't leave the left button of mouse. Okay. So now leave the left button. So the while loop is placed. So you can see that this one is the structure of while loop. Here you can see the execution number, how many times this one is executed. So this one is stop condition. By using some stop condition, we can stop this while loop, execution of this while loop. Means if some condition is activated, we can stop this one. Instead of this, we can change this one into run button. Means if some condition is satisfied, this while loop will run. Otherwise, this while loop will not run. So I am going to use stop condition with respect to some logic condition. We have to stop this while loop. That I am going to use. Okay. So now I need a stop condition. So for that purpose, I am going to select a button here. So go to this front panel. So now click right button, click this double arrow, go to classic. So here we have Boolean. So I am going to use this square button. Okay. So that one is selected. Now if you want, we can change the triggering type. So here click the right button. Here you can see mechanical action. So here once pressed, the action is happen. So this is switch when pressed, this is switch when released, means negative trigger. This is switch until released. This is latch when pressed. So we want this particular one. Okay. So that one is selected. So you can see that that icon is placed outside the while loop. So click here, and by pressing the left button of mouse, drag this one into this while loop. Now connect this Boolean and this one. Okay. So that switch is connected to this while loop. So now connect this random number to this waveform chart. So click here. Now drag the mouse button, again click here. So this random number and waveform chart are connected together. So now run the program. Just press the single button. You can this random number is displayed here, but we are unable to monitor this. Is it okay? So stop this one. So I am going to delay this execution. So for that purpose, here press the right button, click this double arrow, go to programming. Here you can see timing, that is this one. So here you can see wait until next MS. So select this one, place here. So this is wait until next MS. So click a right button, click this double arrow, programming. Now go to numeric, select a numeric constant. So this is wait up until means millisecond. We are going to give the delay in millisecond. So I think we can use 1 second means 1000 millisecond. So here enter 1000. So 1000 is entered here. Connect this 1000 to this delay. So now run the program again. Yes, you can see that is slowly changing. Is it okay? So you familiarize this while loop, how to use a while loop and chart. Okay. Now, how to find the average of a random number? Moving average. How to find that? What is moving average? Say the out of moving average, m of k is equal to sigma k equal to sigma I equal to 0 to k r of I divided by n. Once again, m of k equal to sigma I equal to 0 to n capital N r of k minus n divided by capital N plus 1. So that is moving average. Okay, please go through that moving average filter. So what we need, so here I am using 4 tabs. So this is one value and previous 3 values. So for previous 3 value, we need to store this value. So click here, click on this frame, left frame. Now click right button. Here you can see add shift register. So that shift register is added. So move mouse over this input part. Click the right button again. You can see add element. Now click add one more element. So we have 3 previous value and current value. Now connect this current value, that is random number, to this one. So now that one is stored. But during starting, there is no initial value. There is no stored value. So for that purpose, click the right button here. Go to programming. Select numeric constant, that is 0. Simply connect this 0 to all these values, all these previous value, or all these shift registers. Okay. So current value and the previous 3 values are available. Now we are going to display the average filtered value. So delete this wire. Now in order to find the average value, go to programming, go to numeric. Here you can see compound operation. It may be compound addition, compound subtraction, etc. So click this one. We need 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we have only 2 inputs. So click any one input, right button, by using right button. So now you can see add input. So click here. One input is added. So again repeat the process. So now we have 4 input. One input is the random number. Now what are the remaining thing? This shifted value. Okay. Now connect the output to waveform. Okay. So now we'll run the program. Please note, the sum is taken, right? This is not average, this is sum. What is average? Divide by 4. So we have a mistake here, right? So stop here. We need division also. here programming, numeric, select division. This is divider. The first numeric part is numerator is connected to this one. Delete this wire. Now the denominator is constant. So for one easy step is click this by using right button, by using mouse, click the second terminal. So here you can see create control indicator constant. So select constant. So automatically that constant is added. We are adding 4 here because divide by 4 we require. So now connect the output to waveform chart. Now run the program again. So now we can see the average value. Whether it is an average value or the actual value, or what is the difference between the given signal and the filtered signal. So for that purpose, we have to display both the actual value, that is random number, and this average value. So for that purpose, what we can do? So for that purpose, first we need to cluster this value and this average value. So go to click right button, click this double arrow, go to programming. Here you can see clusters. In cluster you can see a bundle. Select this bundle. Say two terminals are there. We are going to cluster these two. That is this average value and this original signal. So select the original signal. Connect to the first terminal. Select the average value, filtered value. Connect to this next one. Now connect the output to this waveform chart. Okay, before that, press escape. Before that, we have to delete this wire. So delete wire, right? Now connect the output of this cluster to this waveform chart. So now these two are connected. Okay. Now run the program. So that white colored one is the original signal, and the red colored one is the filtered one. So how to label that? So press this boolean. Now here on waveform chart, click the right button, go to properties, so here you can see show plot ligand. Now plot ligand is added. How many plots we want to show? 2. So 2 things are there. What is the remaining thing? Show as scroll bar. Click here. Here we have a X scroll bar. Show scale ligand. What will happen? This is a show scale ligand. Show graph palette. This is a graph palette. If we want to zoom this one or etc., we need this graph palette. Okay. So I am pressing OK here. Now I am going to change the name of this one. So press this A. What is plot 0? Input signal. Input. And what is plot 1? Filtered. Filtered. Okay. Now run the program. Okay. So now press boolean. So this is our output. Okay. So now instead of while loop, we are going to use a for loop. Okay. How to use a for loop, that also we can discuss today. Okay. Select a for loop. Programming, structures, for loop. continuously press the left button. Now leave the left button. So this is a for loop. So I means execution number, n means up to what number we have to execute. So here we are going to display the largest value of random number that we are going to display. Okay. So first we are going to add a delay here, execution delay, programming, timing, wait until next. So we can add 500 millisecond, that is 0.5 second, create constant 500 millisecond. Okay. So we are going to find the largest value of 100 random numbers. So first add a random number. Random number. This is a random number. First we can display this random number. So here take classic numeric indicator. Okay, so this is numeric indicator. Drag this one into this for loop. So now connect this one to this numeric. Okay. So now we are comparing the first 100 value. So this is starting from 0. So up to 99. So click this one, click the right button, create constant. So that is 100. Okay, 99. Okay. So now here click the right button, programming. Now what we need, we are going to compare. So comparison. Here you can see a max and minimum. Select this one. Okay. This is x. This is y. We are going to compare x and y. So take x. This is a random number. Now this one is a maximum value. Okay. Now here we need an add shift register. So add shift register. That one is added. So this maximum value is added here. Initially there is no maximum value, so we can add 0 as the initial value. Okay, so that one is added. Okay, so now what is the next one? We are comparing the random number with the maximum value, this value. During the first execution, we have only one number, this is 0. So the maximum value, this one itself. So that one is taken here. For the next iteration, that value is compared with the new value. If this one is a maximum value, this one is updated. If it is not, this one is taken here. Okay. So that is this one. Okay. So now we want to display this one, right? Programming. Okay. So here we are going to display this. So class A, I am going to select this one. Please note this is controller, means it is giving data. I want to change this one to indicator. So click right button, right button here. Now you can see change to indicator. So press this one. So now this one is converted to indicator. Now connect this one to this value. Okay. Now run this program. So this is 100. 100 means this is 500. So 500 seconds it will take, right? 0.5, 50 seconds. Okay, okay, no problem. Run this program. So you can see that this is stopped here, and the largest value is, the maximum value is 0.9975. Is it okay? If you want to display, we can do that. So take waveform chart, so that is added. Now here we are displaying both the random number and the maximum value, how it is updating, if you want to know that. Now one is the random number and second one is the maximum value. Connect this one to waveform chart. Now run the program again. Okay. So I am stopping here. So this one is how we have to, this is the way that we have to follow. Means please note waveform chart. As a instrumentation control engineering, our point we have to display the process variable, control variable, etc. At that point we can use waveform chart, or we can use waveform graph also, but a slight difference is that this one is a live one. Waveform, once recorded, we can use waveform graph. Or if you want to use the, or if you want to draw the phase portrait, then we need XY graph. In XY graph, one variable is connected to X and second variable is connected to Y.